I came to visit Heather because I had recently had a baby and I was suffering from quite severe panic attacks, and I was finding it very, very difficult to get around using London transport. The reason being that my panic attacks were coming out when I was going on the escalators, and I'd go up and down an escalator. It got to the point where I couldn't even step on one without thinking I was going to faint, and I thought, really, in order to survive, I need to get over this, because in London there are a lot of escalators. Before the session, the first session that I had regarding escalators, I remember it well because actually I was going to a small festival in the middle of London afterwards with a couple of friends and my fiance and daughter, and I was meeting them there. Before the session, I don't think I'd been on an escalator for at least 10 months. And so obviously I'd done my usual planning of the route. I'd usually plan my route back as well, and I'd already planned my route back from the festival in order to avoid getting any escalators. When I left that festival at around about 8 o'clock in the evening, something really odd happened because I suddenly felt like I didn't have to get on the bus. I went to the nearest tube. I had my daughter, who was a baby then, in the pram. Not only did I get on an escalator, I got in an escalator with my baby in the pram, got all the way to the bottom and didn't even think anything of it. Because of the outstanding results that I saw within such a short time, I thought, wow, if this process makes so much of a difference to my life within just 1 or 2 sessions, then think of the other things that I would be able to achieve if I continued, which is why I carried on with the sessions, and I really focused on my confidence, things which were holding me back. For example, I wanted to start my own business and I wanted to buy a house, and these were all things which seemed completely unachievable. Within a year of seeing Heather, I think I'd had 7 or 8 sessions over that time. I'd been in a situation whereby I'd managed to actually make an investment to put down a deposit on a house. I'd never had the deposit money previously, and I'd managed to, it seemed like a miracle that things were colliding at the same time to be able to allow me to do these things, but it wasn't a miracle, it was essentially the work that we were doing. Also on my business as well, I'd always wanted to have my own business. Never had the confidence to, always thought that I needed somebody else to show me the way, and through working on my confidence with Heather, I'm now running my own business. I would advise anybody who's thinking of trying hypnotherapy to just give it a go. It's such a relaxing experience, and it feels very much like it's a really nice time for yourself in the sessions that you have, and also the changes that you'll experience in the coming weeks and months will be phenomenal. I mean, for me, I've had more changes happen in my life than I can ever have hoped for, and I'm so grateful that I made that step to come and get hypnotherapy, because really it's turned my life around completely.